Today, I'm beating a speedrun world record in every NBA 2K, and we're starting with the original NBA 2K. And our first record to beat is the fastest time to score 1 point in the game. The current record is held by JPin88 with a time of 3.76 seconds. Alright, so time starts as soon as we get the tip-off, ends whenever we score. Started right there. We just gotta run up, put up the shot, and hopefully we hit it. We don't. That would have been slower anyways, I think. Okay, so I think the strategy is to pass up first and then shoot pretty much right away. Like we go up, put it up, and please go in. There we go. 3.64 seconds. I believe that's the record, right? Yes, the record was 3.76. So there is our first record complete. And let's move on to the next game. That was pretty easy. And of course, the next game is 2K1. Again, we're going for the record, the fastest time to score 1 point. Currently held by Pastel de Fiera with a time of 4.96 seconds. Slower than last game, so I think we should be able to do this first try if we just do the exact same thing. So time starts on the tip-off. Let's pass it up. Oh, that's too far. There we go. 3.57 seconds. Somehow that was quicker than last game. And we hit a layup this time. And that smoked the 4.96 seconds. That was our first try. It is a little too easy. And we're on to NBA 2K2. This time, we're going for the record to reach 5 points in the fastest time. Current record is held by Misfire with a time of 16.65 seconds. This record was next to impossible to beat. I tried for an hour to beat it, but was getting nowhere close. I would hit a 3 right away, but just couldn't get a steal and hit another shot to get the 5 points. I tried for over an hour and decided to just try and beat the record for 1 point instead, which was also held by Misfire with a time of 3.265 seconds. This record was also next to impossible. I got close a bunch of times. I even tied the record on one run, but after many attempts, I finally did it. Winning the tip-off, I instantly threw an alley-oop and got a dunk to get a time of 2.98 seconds. So after 2 hours, we're finally on to 2K3. And the speedrun for this game is you just have to finish a play now game as fast as possible. Doesn't matter if you win or lose. The current record is by Zyke with a time of 4 minutes and 59 seconds. Luckily, this record was a lot easier to beat. The strategy was to put the quarters on 1 minute and hold the ball till the last few seconds of the shot clock and then try to brick the shot. Despite making a few mistakes in the game, I was able to beat the record on my first attempt, achieving a time of 4 minutes and 55 seconds, improving by just 4 seconds. But this was the speed run that I would have to do for the next 8 2Ks. Starting with 2K4. I'm uploading all of these speed runs to my second channel, so if you want to watch that, I'll link that down in the description below. But the record for 2K4 was 4 minutes 47 seconds by Zyke. I managed to get a time of 4 minutes 27 seconds. 2K5 Zyke also had the record with a time of 4 minutes 52 seconds, and I got a time of 4 minutes 48 seconds. 2K6 again Zyke with the record with a time of 5 minutes 9 seconds. I got a time of 5 minutes flat. 2K7 Zyke had a time of 4 minutes 58 seconds, and I got a time of 4 minutes 52 seconds. 2K8 we move on to the PS3 now. Again Zyke with the best time of 5 minutes 37 seconds, and I got a time of 5 minutes 9 seconds. Then 2K9 we got a new record holder, Dave3434, and he had a time of 5 minutes 3 seconds, and I was trying to beat this on the PS3, whereas Dave got the record on PS2. But doing it on PS3 made it impossible to beat the record because they added in halftime shows in the game, and that makes it take way longer to skip through halftime. I ended up beating the PS3 record set by Zyke with a time of 5 minutes 37 seconds, and I got a time of 5 minutes 12 seconds. And then I went over to the PS2 to beat that record, and I got a time of 5 minutes flat. 2K10 we got another new record holder. Michelangelo had a time of 5 minutes 17 seconds, and I set a time of 5 minutes 15 seconds. And the final quick play speedrun was on NBA 2K11. Los the Kid held the record with a time of 6 minutes 5 seconds, and I set a time of 5 minutes 55 seconds. We're moving on to 2K12 now. We finally have a new speedrun, and it's the fastest time to hit 50 points in a game of play now. The current record is set by Heizdom18 with a time of 20 minutes and 39 seconds, which seems very slow, especially compared to how quick it gets in later games, but this was pretty hard to do. You had to play on pro difficulty for the game, and I swear pro on 2K12 was like Hall of Fame on the newer 2Ks. Anyways, I beat it with a time of 17 minutes and 36 seconds. On to 2K13, we have yet another new speedrun, and this time it's the fastest time to win a 1v1 blacktop game to 21 points on pro difficulty. The current record was set by Perdato with a time of 2 minutes 15 seconds. My strategy for this was to hit 2-point shots with Clay, facing off against Muggsy Bogues, and just allow him to score to move the game on as quick as possible. Doing this, I managed to get a time of 2 minutes flat. NBA 2K14, I did the same run as 2K13, but we're on the PS4 now, and the record was set by Puerto Rican Boy with a time of 3 minutes 21 seconds. I had the same strategy as 2K13, but this time I used Danny Green instead of Clay, and I set a time of 2 minutes 38 seconds, improving on the previous record by 41 seconds. On to 2K15, yet again I did the same run. The record was held by Marcus with a time of 2 minutes 56 seconds. Yet again I used the same strategy, but this time I used Steph Curry instead of Danny Green, and I managed to set a time of 2 minutes 35 seconds. On to 2K16, I am back to the Play Now speedrun. The current record is set by X Icy with a time of 5 minutes 34 seconds, and the strategy is the same for this game as previous games, but by using an all-star team or all-time team, you can skip the halftime shows in the newer 2Ks, making the run a lot quicker. I ended up setting a time of 5 minutes 15 seconds. On to NBA 2K17, I'm back over to the 50-point speedrun, and the current record was set by Puerto Rican Boy with a time of 8 minutes 12 seconds, and this game was pretty difficult. You have to play on pro difficulty, and it was hard to consistently hit threes on this game, which is the fastest way to hit 50 points. After a few tries, I managed to beat the record though, setting a time of 7 minutes 30 seconds. On to 2K18, we got the 50-point speedrun again, and the current record was set by Hype49 with a time of 7 minutes 58 seconds. And this was by far the hardest speedrun in the entire video. It is the only speedrun you can do on the game, so it was very optimized. There's a lot of competition on 2K18, and it's just a hard game to do it on. If a player is within 5 feet from you, 2K counts it as a heavily contested shot, which is so annoying and makes it so inconsistent to hit threes. And I ended up spending over 15 hours trying to beat this record. I came close a few times, getting barely over 8-minute times. I was only a few seconds off beating it. I choked so many times, but my strategy to start was to use the Warriors against the Nets or Knicks, because this is the strategy the top times are using, but eventually I figured out a better strategy. I used the all-time Warriors, put Klay Thompson in at point guard, and I played the Cavs. This made sure that Isaiah Thomas was covering us, and with 5'9" Isaiah Thomas guarding us, it was really easy to get open shots with Klay. I just hit a step back with him and put up the three. It still wasn't super consistent, but after hundreds and hundreds of attempts, I managed to get a time of 7 minutes and 40 seconds, beating the previous record by 18 seconds. So finally, we are on to NBA 2K19, and we got a new speed run. For this, I had to get a single double as quick as possible in a Play Now game, so I just had to score 10 points with one player as quick as possible. The current record was held by Hunter String with a time of 1 minute 22 seconds. This run was hard to do because you had to play on all-star difficulty, but still, it only took me a few attempts to beat, and I got a time of 1 minute 2 seconds. NBA 2K20, I was back over to the 1v1 blacktop speedrun. The record was held by Gus JX with a time of 1 minute 33 seconds, and again, I used the same strategy as before, but I faced off against Isaiah Thomas now, and I ended up getting a time of 1 minute 31 seconds, so I barely beat this record. NBA 2K21, I did the Play Now speedrun for the last time. The record was held by XBBQs with a time of 5 minute 5 seconds, and I was playing on the PS5 now. I managed to beat this time, finishing in 4 minutes 56 seconds. NBA 2K22, I did the 1v1 blacktop speedrun again. This record was held by Braydog with a time of 1 minute 15 seconds, and the strategy was different for this game. You had to face Steph Curry versus Steph Curry, put up a 2 on offense, and on defense, I just had to run away from Curry and let him hit a 2 himself. This record was pretty much as optimized as possible. I tried beating it over and over again, and while I wasn't able to beat the record in the end, I did end up tying it with a time of 1 minute 15 seconds as well. So I'm going to take it. It's still the world record. NBA 2K23, I did the 1v1 speedrun again. The record was held by Surge with a time of 2 minutes 11 seconds. This record was very easy to beat. I ended up getting a time of 1 minute 36 seconds. Then on to 2K24, we are back to the 50-point speedrun, which is currently held by me with a time of 5 minutes 15 seconds. So I didn't have to play this game at all. And lastly, we have NBA 2K25, where there is currently no speedrun set at all so far. We're a few months into the game. Nobody has speedrun it. I don't know if it's because people aren't doing it or the mods haven't accepted the times yet. But I did the 50-point speedrun because it is my favorite speedrun to do on the games. I only tried it a few times and I ended up getting a time of 6 minutes 7 seconds. This isn't a very great time. It can definitely be improved on quite a bit. So anyone watching, if you want to try to beat it, please try to beat it. I would like a little bit of competition in this game. But there's a world record speedrun in every 2K. This video took a long time to make. It was hard to get a lot of the record. So if you guys enjoyed it, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and check out this video right here. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Peace.